If $3,000 yields $800 in interest over 3 years, what is the interest rate? Okay, so we know that we're going to use this formula I equals PRT, but notice in this case, what are we finding here, right? We are finding the interest rate, which means we should know what the interest is, right? How much interest was earned. We should know what the principal is, and we should also know the time, right? So just mathematically, because we want to find the rate, we should know what everything else is. Well, let's read the question carefully, right? $3,000 yields $800. So the interest in this case is going to be that 800. Okay, the 3,000 then is a principal, or how much is invested, and we know that the time in this case is going to be 3. Let's go ahead and plug everything in, right? 800 equals the 3,000, I want to put these in parentheses on the right side, times the rate, which is what we're finding, times the time, which in this case is 3, okay? So you notice we want to solve for R here. Right? Now there are a couple ways we can go about doing this, but let's just multiply these terms together on the right side, right? 3,000 times 3, which gives us 9,000. Okay, so 9,000 times R. And what should be our last step here, right? In this case, we want to divide by 9,000. So it will cancel out the 9,000 on the right side. Notice that R is by itself, which is good, right? That's what we want. So the rate then is equal to 800 divided by 9,000. Okay, now in your calculators, right, what do you get? You get 0.08888, we're just repeating, right? Okay. Now remember, this is the rate in decimal form, right? We want to give the answer in the percent form. So how do we convert from a decimal to a percent? Right? We have to move the decimal point 2 spots to the right. Okay, now in this case, I'm just going to round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so I'm going to round to the nearest tenth, which is 1 decimal value, okay? So let's do this. Let's move the decimal point 2 spots to the right. You notice that gives us like 8.888888, right? But if I round that to the nearest tenth, okay, that's going to be to the first decimal value here. And since the next number is bigger than 5, okay, I'm going to round this up to 8.9. So the interest rate in this case, it was 8.9%.